You already know the topic list, but let's see. I will show you what we are planning to cover in this training. After that, what we will do today is we will create the necessary lab environment that you need in order to work on the practice, exercise, assignments and stuff. Let's go ahead. So this is the list of topics that we are covering. And as I told you, for first 2 weeks, we are going to cover Linux networking and some software basics. Basically, there are certain things that you need to know before you start with DevOps, right? Some Linux knowledge, some Linux administration knowledge, and some understanding about a basic software. We will be taking some sample software applications. One is written in PHP, the other one in Java. We will also see how the applications connect to a database, and we will also see how we can run it on a website, how you can register your own website and run this web application on your website. And then some networking concept, because you are going to work with lots of machines and you want to understand how exactly the machines communicate, right? So there are certain things that you need to know in the first 2 weeks, and that's what we will cover, starting from the Linux basics. Those who are new to Linux, there would be first couple of days starting from today. We will be covering some basics of Linux that would include some very basic commands of Linux and how do you create a user in Linux, how to create groups, permissions on Linux, right? So all these things we will be covering at that point of time. Yeah, good morning, Devi. So after
Good
we
morning,
are done
Basil.
with the prerequisites training of 2 weeks, we will move on to our actual training. First, we will start with AWS training, and which will go on for 2 weeks. And then we will start with the DevOps training. Within DevOps, we have three courses. The first one is continuous integration and continuous delivery training. Then we have config management training. Then we have containerization and orchestration training. So mainly we have four courses in this training, starting from AWS and then three DevOps courses. And in between, and each of this course would take 2 weeks length. And in between, in some weekend, we will be covering shell scripting and Python programming. That is the plan. All right. And everyday classes are going to be recorded. I would be recording everyday class, and the recorded videos would be shared with you. Along with that, you would also get access to a training portal. Training.info is the website name. And I want all of you to register on that particular website, and that is where you can see the entire course curriculum, right? You can find the assignments, you can find the course materials, some tutorial that I want you to read would be uploaded there. Then if you want have any question, you can post the question there. You want to chat with me or other students in this training, you can do that, right? You can post your interview questions or somebody who attended the interviews, those questions that you have got, you can post it there so that it would be helpful for everyone. So it's more like a shared access that we all will have. You all need to register your own account in the training.info, and the website name is www.training.info. Please go ahead and register on this website. All you need to do is just click on login button on the right side top. Then you would be taken to the registration login page. You don't have an account yet, so you have to register for an account yourself. Either you can click on create a new account, then provide all the information such as your mail ID, your password and stuff. And then you will get a confirmation email. You need to click on the link to confirm your email ID, and that's it. Your registration process is complete. Or if you do not want to create a new account, what you can do is you can log in with your existing Gmail ID. If you have a Gmail ID, you can simply click on this Google button you would be taken to the Gmail login page where you need to enter your Gmail ID and password. In that case also, you will get a confirmation email asking you to click on the link to verify your email ID. So please use one of this method to register yourself on this website. You can do it now. I will wait for a minute. It won't take much time, right? It just takes 1 minute maximum. So I will wait. Just go ahead and register it. And it is on this particular website you can find the entire course curriculum. Once you logged in, once you created the login, then yeah, of course you need to check with your billing person to get access to it, because by default the access will not be provided, but I still want you to register, because if I want to send you a message, it would be sent from the portal. You will receive it through an email. So go ahead and register, and also talk to your billing contact person to give you access, and he is the one who will take care of the access. All right. So okay, cool. So today we will talk about creating your AWS account. If you go to this website www.training.info, I am sending the link in the chat. So go to this website, and once you go there, you would find an option to log in on the right side top. Over here you can see an option to log in. So go ahead and click on login button. I don't know the password. Hotspot. Okay, so we will continue. If you haven't done that now, we can do it at the end of the class. That's okay, right? So let us continue and talk to your billing contact person to get access to this portal. And once you have access, then you will be able to manage your course there. You can find option to join the meeting, option to watch the recorded videos. Then you can chat with me or chat with other students in the training. You can post any doubts or questions that you have. All these options are available. So yeah, so today we will talk about setting up your lab environment. All of you need one Linux machine where you want to work in, right? And that is the initial requirement for our training. You all need one Linux machine. So I will talk about that. And you are not going to create this Linux machine inside your laptop. Instead, you will buy this Linux machine from the cloud. So what I am trying to say is, what laptop you are using is not important. You have a laptop, maybe you are using Windows or it's a MacBook, it doesn't really matter. What you do is, you will get one Linux machine from the cloud. From your laptop, you will then log into this machine which is in the cloud. I mean, physically, this machine that you create can be located in a remote place. It may be in Mumbai, or it may be in San Francisco, or it may be in Ireland. It doesn't really matter. What you do is, from your laptop, you will log into this Linux machine, and then you will get one command line, a Linux command line. Yes, once you logged into a Linux machine, this is all you will get. There is no graphical interface or anything. So any action that you want to do on a Linux operating system, it has to be done through some command. You want to create a new folder, create a new file, or you want to go into a folder, You want to install a software, you want to create a user, copy a file, any action that you want to do on Linux operating system, it has to be done through a Linux command. So this is the initial trouble. Those who are new to Linux, this is the initial trouble that you are going to face. Believe me, I mean, it will take a little amount of time to get yourself used to the Linux command line. And that's what we will focus on the first couple of days. What I want you to do is in the first couple of days, you will run a lot of Linux commands, make yourself comfortable with Linux. You have been more uh, comfortable working on Windows, where you will get a graphical interface. You can just do a double click of a mouse button to do any action that you want to do in Windows, and that is not the case when it comes to Linux. There are certain commands that you need to by heart, and there are certain commands that you need to use at times when the requirement comes. So you should be comfortable working on Linux, and that is why we have the Linux basics training in the first couple of days. It's very, very important, right? The main reason is later when we move on to DevOps training, at that point also we are going to use Linux. So at that time, you don't want to come back here and look for a basic command to install a software. So those things you should be comfortable. So the first couple of classes are very important, those who are new to Linux. Okay. And this is how you will set up your lab environment. You will create a Linux machine in the cloud in AWS. AWS is a cloud computing provider. So you will go to their website, you will register with them, you will get a Linux machine from them. It's a free machine that you are getting. And from your laptop, you will log into that machine. So first of all, I will show you how you can register an account in AWS. You have to go to AWS website and register for a new account. And once you registered on their website and once you logged in, you will see an option to create a Linux machine in their account. You can go ahead and click on that button that allows you to create a Linux machine. And physically, this Linux machine which you are going to create is located in a remote place, not the place where you sit. Maybe you are in Delhi and the machine is in Mumbai. So AWS allows you to create the machine only on selected place. So you can choose any place and create a Linux machine. And from your laptop, you will log into that Linux machine and you will get a command line. The command line is nothing but your Linux machine. In other words, any command that I am running in this command line in your laptop window, remember these commands are getting executed on the remote machine. Just making it clear, right? I hope, right? So let us first create your AWS account. You all need to create your own individual lab environment. So first you will register for your own AWS account. After that, you will log into the account, then you will create a Linux machine. And that's what I am going to do. First of all, go to this website, aws.amazon.com. aws.amazon.com is the link where you want to register. So I will wait for 5 minutes for your registration. What you need to do is on the right side top, you would see an option. Either you will see a sign up option, or you will see a create new account option, or you will see a sign in option. Whatever it is, click on that button. Then it will ask you to register. So what you need to do is you need to provide your credentials, your name, right? It will ask you for your mail ID, your password, your name. So click on continue button. In the next page, it will ask you for more details such as your company name, your address, your phone number, and everything. So provide all that information, then click next. In the next page, they will ask you to verify your phone number. They will print an OTP. Then you need to enter that OTP in the phone or in the browser. They will send you an OTP, something like that. Then they will ask you to provide your credit card information. It's mandatory. You should save your credit card, or debit card is also fine. If you are from India, You can use debit card also. That's also fine.
The company name.
I can give a name. It's not important. The company name, it will ask you more information such as company name, your address and stuff. So provide all that information and sign up. So it would be your own AWS account that you can manage yourself, right? So I will tell you how to create Linux machine and stuff later.
I've forgotten my password.
Creating it.
Yeah.
Account name is nothing but it can be your name. It's not important. Account name, you can give your name. So I will wait for 5 minutes for you to finish signing up. And in the last page, they will ask you, do you want to, what support plan you want to select? Select the free basic plan.
Is it personal or professional?
Then, okay,
Personal.
yeah, then it will ask you less details. Sanjeev, actually I was not speaking. I hope you can hear me now. I was waiting for you to create your AWS account. If you have any doubts, questions, you can. We will continue the class. I hope you created the account. Even if you didn't create, don't worry. You can do it today. Before tomorrow's class starts, you can do it today. And yeah. So once you created the account, you need to sign into the account. On the right side top, you can see a sign in option. Click on that button to sign in, and then you can provide your mail ID and password to sign in.
So IAM username. Click here.
Okay, provide your mail ID and password, then click on sign in button and you are logged in. So once you logged into your AWS account, this is how the page will look like. And what we are going to do today is we are going to create a Linux machine. And I told you it doesn't really matter which location you are sitting or what kind of laptop you are using. What you are going to do is you are going to create a Linux machine inside your AWS account, or in other words, you are requesting AWS to create a Linux machine for you. And physically that machine is going to be located in the place that you see in the rightmost column. By default, in my case, it is Mumbai and I sit in Bangalore. It doesn't really matter. And AWS has services only in selected places. And in your case, it can be sometimes Virginia, it can be Ireland. It doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, stick to that. Don't change it. At least for now, don't change it until we learn AWS. What I am going to do is I am going to create a new Linux machine.
Click here. Oh, mail ID. Mail ID.
Right. So let us go ahead and create the Linux machine. Click on services on the top, then click on EC2. Click on instances on the left side. So what happens here in this page is you will see the list of machines which you have. And what we are going to do is we are going to create a new Linux machine. In your case, you will not have any machines, obviously, because your account is just created. You never created any Linux machine. And when you log in, sometimes it would throw you a warning saying that you need to wait for 24 hours. In that case, just wait. The account is not activated. In that case, you need to wait for some time until the account get activated. So once you signed in, click on services on the top, click on EC2, then click on instances on the left side to see the list of machines which you currently have. Right now, you will not have any machines. It's a new account. So you are going to create a Linux machine by clicking this button, launch instance on the top. Click on launch instance on the top. Scroll down and you can see Ubuntu Server 18.4. So I want all of you to choose this operating system, Ubuntu Server 18.4. Click on select button. This is nothing but it is a Linux operating system. There are different Linux operating systems, Red Hat, Amazon Linux, SUSE Linux. These are all different flavors of Linux. And what we are going to use mostly is Ubuntu Server 18.4. It doesn't really matter if you are comfortable with a different operating system, you can choose that. Click on select button. Click on select button and then click on review and launch button. Now again click on the launch button. Prasad, can yeah. Now again click on the launch button and you would get a pop-up asking you with two boxes. From the first drop down, you select the option create a new key pair. Select this option create a new key pair and give it some name. Let's say May 21st, 2019. You can give any name, it doesn't really matter. So this is something like a password that you are creating. When you click on download key pair, it will download a file to your laptop and that file contains the key to log into the Linux machine. So whenever you want to log into this Linux machine that you are creating, you need this key file. So click on download button and you can immediately see one file being downloaded to your laptop. And this is the key that you will use to log into the Linux machine. All right. So now click on launch instance and that's it. So these are the steps to create a Linux machine, and remember what I just did is I created a Linux machine inside my AWS account and physically that machine is in Mumbai. Whatever place that you see in your login, that is where the machine is physically located. It doesn't really matter whatever the place is, it is not important. So what I am going to do is from my laptop, I want to log into this Linux machine. So click on services on the top, click on EC2, go to the same page and click on instances on the left side. Then you can see the new machine that you created, and this is the new machine which I created in my account. Similarly, in your case, you will see a new machine here, and right now it is in pending state. What that means is the machine is not running yet, machine is not up yet. Just refresh it, it should be ready. Maybe you need to wait for some time. Okay, so let us, okay, the machine is in running state now. So select your machine, click on the machine to select your machine, and over here you can find the IP address of the machine. In my case, the IP address is 35.154.207.47. And in your case also, once you selected your Linux machine, you can find the public IP of the machine over here. And you need this IP address if you want to log into this machine, right? Right now, this is the situation. I have my laptop. I'm using a MacBook, or in your case it can be either MacBook or it can be Windows PC, doesn't really matter. In your laptop you registered for an AWS account, then you created a Linux machine, and this Linux machine is located in a remote place than where you are, and this machine has an IP address, and You need to know this IP address of the machine if you want to log into this machine. Not just the IP address, you also need to know the username on this machine. Whenever you want to log into a laptop, you should provide a username. Right? Second option. So you need to know the username of the machine. By default, the username is Ubuntu. And you must also have the key file that you downloaded. You already downloaded a key at the time when you created this machine. So you need the username Ubuntu, you need that key file, and you also need the IP address of the remote machine. Using these three information, you can log into the remote machine. So first I will show you, if you are using a MacBook, how you will log into the remote Linux machine. You cannot change the key, Giri. It's not possible. Okay, what you need to do is, first of all, open. Those who are using MacBook, these steps applies to you only, right? If you are using Windows, I will come to you. Those who are using MacBook, follow these steps to log into the remote Linux machine. Open the terminal application in your MacBook and go to the downloads folder by running this command, cd space downloads. Run this command and run this one-time command, chmod May 21st, 2019. I mean, the name of the key that you just downloaded from AWS, right? I just downloaded a key from AWS. The name of the key is May 21, 2019.pem. So on your MacBook, first you should run this command, chmod 400, then the name of the key, it's mandatory. This is a one-time command to secure the key in your MacBook. Now run this command, ssh-i, provide the key file, provide username as Ubuntu, @ provide the IP address of the machine that you just created, the Linux machine that you created in your AWS account. Click on the machine. Over here you can find the public IP of the machine. So copy that IP address and paste it here. And remember, this command I am running in my MacBook. And ssh is the command which I run in my MacBook. I provide the username as Ubuntu, IP address to be this, and key file here. Run this command. It will ask me, do you sure want to continue connecting because you are connecting for the first time? Give yes, press enter, and that's it. Now I logged into the remote Linux machine. What you see right now in my screen, this command line, it belongs to the remote Linux machine. In other words, whatever command I am running inside here, right? These commands are getting executed inside the Linux machine. I hope it's clear. So as I told you, if you want to create a new text file in Linux, you don't have a GUI, you have to run this command. What this particular command does is, it would create a new file called test.txt. You want to edit this file, there's a editor called nano space test.txt. What it does is, it will open the file for editing, and whenever you are done with it, you can save it. So just wanted to show you, these are the commands we are going to learn tomorrow. In Linux, whatever action that you want to do, you want to create a new file, create a folder, you want to edit a file, you want to create a user, install any software, any kind of action that you want to do, it has to be done through one or other Linux commands, and that is why learning Linux basics is very important for us. That's what we will do in the first couple of days. And don't worry about these commands which I run. This first command will create a new file. Second command will open the file for editing. That's what these two commands in Linux will do. We will discuss about them in detail tomorrow. The ultimate thing is that the important thing is you logged into the Linux machine. And whatever steps which I talked about, this is only for those who are using a MacBook. From MacBook, you want to log into the Linux machine. These are the steps. And if you are using Windows, yes, that's right. And if you are using Windows, I will show you the steps you can use to log into the Linux machine without any command line installation. Do you connect from your local PC? Raj, I hope it's clear now, right? Okay, so now I will talk about those who are using Windows, how you will log into this Linux machine which you just created. So if you are using Windows, there is a software called Putty. You can download Putty to your Windows PC. Then the same information you should provide to Putty. What is that? The username Ubuntu, then the public IP address of the remote machine, and also the key file. So these three information you should upload into Putty. Then the Putty will connect to the remote Linux machine and give you the command line of the remote Linux machine. This is the case if you are using a Windows PC. But there is one problem. The key which you downloaded from AWS is not in the right format to be used in Putty. First, you should convert the key into a different format called PPK. By default, the key which you downloaded from AWS, it is in PEM format. That need to be converted into PPK format, and it is the PPK file which you can upload into Putty. So to do this conversion from PEM to PPK, there is another software called Puttygen. So what we are going to do is, first we will download Puttygen and Putty. We will use Puttygen to convert the PEM file to PPK. Then we will use Putty with the PPK file to log into the remote Linux machine. Then you will get the Linux command line on your Windows PC. Okay, you can see me drawing, right? Can you guys see that I am drawing on the screen? Nigida said she is not able to. Anyone else experience? You can see, right? Nigida, I'm not sure. Can you just log out and log in again? Disconnect the meeting and connect again. Problem is happening only for you. Okay, just wanted to confirm. Thanks, guys. So let us do that. So first, let us download Puttygen and Putty to your laptop. So go to this website putty.org, or you can simply search in Google download Putty. Search in Google download Putty. Then you would be taken to this website www.putty.org. So go to that website putty.org. Then you will see this option. You can download Putty here. Click here. Then you would be taken to a download page. If you scroll down, you can see I want you to download two files. First one is putty.exe. The next one is puttygen.exe. So these two files I want you to download. Click on this link, the file, it will get downloaded. And they are direct executable file. You don't need to do any kind of installation. They are direct executable files. The first thing that we will do is we will use Puttygen to convert the PEM file which you downloaded from AWS into the PPK format. And once you created the PPK file, you will give the PPK file to Putty, and then you can log into the remote Linux machine. You will get a Linux command line in your Windows PC. And that command line, it would be black in color, doesn't really matter. Color is not important. That command line belongs to the remote Linux machine, or in other words, whatever command which you run inside that command line, remember those commands are getting executed on the remote Linux machine. So let us do that. First of all, open puttygen.exe file. Just double click and open puttygen.exe. So once you clicked on, it will open a page something like this. Click on this load button and it will open the file browser in your laptop, something like this. And go to the folder where you downloaded the file. It has to be downloads, I believe. So go to whichever folder where you downloaded your PEM file from AWS. Make sure that you choose this option, all files. Otherwise, the PEM file will not show up. You should make sure that over here you select this option, all files. Then only the PEM file that you downloaded will show up here. Select the file, then click on open button. So what you just did is, into the puttygen you have imported the PEM file and it would throw you a message saying that successfully imported the foreign key, something like this. Click on OK button. This message will disappear, this pop-up will disappear. Now click on save private key button and then it will ask you where you want to save it. You can choose any location and save your ppk file. So now what you saved is the ppk file. So once you got the ppk file, then you can use putty to log into the remote machine. So let us do that. So what you did right now is you use puttygen to convert PEM file to ppk file, and now you have ppk file saved inside your laptop, and you are going to use this ppk file in the putty to log into the remote Linux machine. So let us do that. Now open putty.exe file which you downloaded to your laptop. Right over here there was a putty.exe file. Just double click and open that file. So this is how it will look like when you open putty. In the first page it will ask you for the IP address. So in this box you should provide this information: Ubuntu, the username, @ then the public IP of your EC2 machine. You already know where you can find it, right? You can log into your AWS account, select your EC2 machine. Over here you can find the public IP of the machine. So in the first page of putty, after you open putty.exe file, in this first page you should provide this information in the given box: Ubuntu @ then public IP of your EC2 machine. Now you want to upload the ppk file. Click on the plus button over here to expand SSH. Once you expanded it, you will see an option called auth, like this. Click on auth text, not on the plus button. Click on auth text. On the right side, you would see a browse option. So click on the browse option and select the ppk file which you earlier saved. So maybe you saved it in the desktop or downloads, wherever it is. Select that ppk file. Now click on open button, and first time when you are connecting it will ask you for a warning: are you sure want to continue connecting? Click on yes, and that's it. You will get a command line. After we finish these steps, you get logged into the Linux machine. Your putty will establish a connection to the remote Linux machine and you get logged in, and you will get a command line in your Windows PC. And remember, this command line, even though you see in your Windows PC, this is the remote Linux machine. Whatever commands that you run in it, they are getting executed on the remote Linux machine. So if you didn't do it yet, don't worry. This video is recorded. I will make sure that all of you will get access to the recorded video. You can talk to your building contact person to get that. That won't be a problem. And Sanjeev, I know that you have been facing some problems. Can you hear me now? I will make sure that the video is given to you also. Sorry for it has to be some problem from your side if you are still experiencing it. Okay, so tomorrow we will begin with the Linux basics training. We will start with some basic Linux commands. So make sure that you created your Linux machine. Make sure that you created your Linux machine before tomorrow's class, and for first couple of days we will see generally whatever Windows operation that you do in Windows, right? Like that creation of files, copying file from one folder and pasting to another folder, then creating a new file, editing a file in Notepad, right? There are many basic operations that you do in Windows, and how do you do the similar things in Linux is what we are going to start tomorrow. And after tomorrow's class, you will have a lot of assignment that I want you to complete, a lot of Linux command I want you to run it. Make yourself comfortable, and believe me, it's very, very important. Getting yourself comfortable. I don't want you to by heart a lot of Linux commands. That's not so important, but you should be in a position, in a comfortable level, that if you have to do something, at least you should be able to do it by searching in Google, right? So that's what the intention is, and that's what we need to make sure. You should be in a comfort position to work on Linux, which is very, very important. Throughout this training, when we start with DevOps, we don't want to come back here to look for any basic commands, right? It's not something that we want to do. So spend this entire week making yourself comfortable with Linux commands, and I would be sharing a lot of commands with you which I want you to run and learn. That is your first assignment, which I will give tomorrow. Mohanraj, doesn't matter. It's up to you whether if you want to use Putty or MOBA Extreme, any SSH client you can use to log into the remote machine. And the only thing is that you should get the command line of the remote Linux machine. That's all. If you lost the PEM file that you downloaded, you won't get it back. It's gone. If you lose the PEM file, it's lost. You won't be able to get it back. So make sure that you are saving that PEM file in a secure place and don't lose it. And I will make sure that the recorded videos are sent to your contact person within next 1 hour. So you can talk to your contact person and get that video within 1 hour. It will be made available to him. And today's video won't cost you any price. You can just get it. There won't be any building problems in that. Today's video is free, right? Okay.
Basil, I have a question.
Yeah.
Here, the PEM file is based on the region, or see, for example, we have Virginia and we have Ohio or Mumbai. Okay, so that PEM file based on the regions, or it is a globally global key.
We will talk about AWS in detail when we are, that is our first course. But first we have to finish the Linux training for 2 weeks. After that we are going to talk about that in detail. To answer your question, no, keys are separate for separate region.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thanks so much.
So
I have a
AWS is
Linux
not
machine.
something we will learn right now. Actually, that is our first course after we finish the prerequisites. At that point of time, we will be talking about AWS in detail. It's a course within our training. We will cover that later.
I have a Linux machine and how to log into the Linux machine.
The same steps which I used in MacBook.
All right.
Yeah, if you are using Linux in your laptop, follow the same steps for MacBook. Yeah. Raj, the better option is download that exe file, putty.exe file. That is the direct executable file, easy to use. Just Go with that. Where to get the video exactly on the website? Yeah, once you got access to the training portal, you can watch the video. There is a link that you can click on to watch the video. You can watch the video from the portal itself. So those who didn't sign up, please sign up at training. I am sending the link once again. Those who didn't do it, please go ahead and sign up. Go to this website www.training.info. Click on login button on the right side top. Over here you will see this option to register yourself. Either you can register for a new account or you can log in with your existing Gmail ID. Both options are available. In either case, you will receive an email asking you to click on a link to confirm your mail ID. So you should confirm your mail ID also, and then only registration process. So I will talk to your billing contact person, and once he confirmed, I would give you access. And once you have got access, you will see many links over there. This is how it will look like. If you want to join the class, you can click here. If you want to watch the recorded videos, this is the link for that. If you have any doubts or question, you can post it here. And under Linux Basic, you can see all the course materials, the PPTs, the assignments, and everything under Linux Basics. As we cover them, as we cover each topic, I will be uploading different course materials and the tutorials that I want you to read. Then you will see a chat option where you can chat with me or other students in this training. So all these options would be available once you got access to this URL, right? We are covering scripting also, Raj. Shell scripting and Python we are covering. Yeah, Devi, well, the reason is your access is not ready yet. Most of you, the access is not ready yet. I have to get approval from your billing contact person to give you access to this portal. That's why right now you don't see anything. All right, don't worry about it. So tomorrow we will continue the class at the same time, same link. Ajay, those who didn't watch my demo video, Ajay, Raj, and those who joined didn't attend any of my demo classes, request for the demo video from your contact person and watch it to get an overall idea about the training, what we are planning and what we are covering in this training, what is our course plan, what are the projects that we are doing. So there's a detailed video, a demo video. I want all of you to watch it, those who didn't watch them. So make sure that you get that video from your contact person and watch it. It's important. It's very important for you to know the overall course overview and a brief introduction to DevOps. That's what that video is all about. So please get it and watch it. Okay, cool then. So we will we will continue tomorrow. Thank you and have a good day. See you tomorrow, same time, same link. All right.